seating chart on the board. Rearrange your seats a little bit into groups. Check the seating chart. Which one's about the front, please? Thank you. All right. Take a look at the attendance question and take a little look at the agenda. Do a little preview of what we're going to be doing today. All right. Discuss amongst your groups. What's your favorite board game or card game for a little bit? You guys can talk about it. All right. This table. What was the consensus? What do we agreed upon? Uno? Okay. Great, fair. Love playing Uno. You guys?
Trash and Face 10.
Trash. I didn't hear that. That's cool. Wait, what was yours?
Face 10.
I don't think I know one. That was cool. All right, and you guys, last. What was that agreed upon?
I like blackjack.
Uno?
I like blackjack.
Blackjack. Okay, so you're a gambler. That's cool. All right. Can someone read off the agenda for me? JT, wait, can you read from there or are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, go for it.
Learn the do's and don'ts of using a blender. Spot it. Blender, safety, competition.
All right, now does anyone want to read the objectives? Michael, you go for it, man.
Today, the students will be able to identify and demonstrate the correct blender safety procedures and identify the incorrect blender procedures.
Great job. Here you go. Can one of you guys tell me what, in your definition, a small kitchen appliance? Simon, go for it.
Like an air fryer.
Like an air fryer. Okay. Can I get some other examples? Good. Good on air fryers. Good. What about you, Damien?
Toaster.
Toaster. Caitlin?
A microwave.
Microwave. Okay. Good. Thank you. All right. So today we're going to be going over like blender safety. As you can see, we have a blender right here. We're just going to go through some quick do's and don'ts. All right. All right. Blender do's and don'ts. Do turn off the blender before you're cleaning. You can see I have it unplugged. So if you want to clean it now, safe. If it's plugged, don't, because if you hit the on button, your hand's gone. All right. The second do is use the blender with the lid on. If you have the lid off like this, it's going to spray everywhere, and then no one wants to clean up a mess for no reason. Last do, monitor the blender while it's running. If you leave it unattended, well, if it falls over, it's on you. And now you got a lot to deal with. On the don'ts, don't overfill the blender. For the second don't attempt to use a broken or damaged blender. If it has like a frayed wire at the end, or the buttons are like seeped in, or it just looks unsafe, don't use it. You plug it in, and you go power, then you just test them all out. Pulse, low, medium, and then high. All right. Now you got to keep your hands and utensils out of the blender while it's running, because as I said before, if you put your hand in there, it's not going to come back out. All right. If you put utensils in there, it's going to mess with the blades, and then your food's going to come out very bad. Now, don't put hard objects into the blender. Same thing. It's going to damage the blades. It's unsafe. Things can go flying. And don't force the lid on. You want to go where on this blender, there's a little arrow here and an arrow here. You want to line them up. Now it's like securely locked on. Now, don't use wet hands to plug in or unplug the blender. That's obvious. You never want to use wet hands when you're plugging in or taking things out of the outlet. It's a safety hazard. Always use the blender's pulse function when necessary. If you don't know what that is, it's like just like this quick burst of, well, like a pulse right here, and it's to kind of help have a more accurate consistency. Make sure it's unplugged before like deassembling. Like if it was plugged in, I'm not going to take this off or put this back on. You want it unplugged when you're putting things on and taking things off, just for safety. Last ones. Do test the blender before full use. Like I said, power, test all these little options here, and then don't allow the blender to run without the lid properly secured, where it's just going to get messy. Now, can I have someone volunteer to read this, how to properly unplug the blender? Yeah, all right, Simon.
How to properly unplug the blender. To unplug the blender always cause damage to the wire or the outlet.
Exactly, good job. All right, now I understand a lot of slides is not super duper interesting. So, after this, Miss Hunt, can you turn that off, please? Thank you. Competition time. You guys are going to be competing against each other. What I'm going to have you do is you're going to come up here and show me how to use the blender. Teach me. First, I'll start with an example. I'll do it myself for the first one, but then after that, you guys are next. You might want to pay attention. The game's called Spot It. So, if you spot a mistake on the presenting group, you get a point. Now, if you do your presentation perfectly, no mistakes, no one has any judgments, you get a point. This isn't a perfect example, there may be mistakes. You're going to write down what you spot as mistakes, and then when I tell you to, you can show them to get points. I'm going to pop this on. My hands got a little bit wet when I was filling in. Alright, wet, plug that in. Okay, so, you hit power, put on low, testing it, and high works. So we know that all of these are tested. Now, I'm just going to take this off. There you go. Now, write your answer on your board if you spotted any mistakes, and I'll clear it out for the next group, all right? Group 1 goes next. Group 1 with starting off with 2 points. Group 2 starting off with 1, 2, 3. All right, group 3, what do we got? Wet hands. When pulsing it, it was open. Took it off before being. Didn't monitor. 4. Good job. All right, now I'm not going to be the only one doing this. So now, group 1, if you'll come join me. I feel like the cord is pretty obvious, right? Now, why do we not pull it by the wire?
Could drop the wire. Could break the wire.
Could break the wire, good. Could drop the machine. Could drop the machine. Any more?
You could bend the thing.
Yeah, you could bend these. Gracie, come in here. Demonstrate how to take off the lid. Something simple. Okay, you want to press the release button. Pull it. Boom, now put it back on. Line up the arrows. All right, Felicia, would you like to come over here? How would you end this demonstration? Okay, good. Think, guys. You guys take a seat. Good job. Group 2 ready? You guys ready? All right, you guys come up. Now, what would be the issue if it was stirring, something got stuck, so while it's still on, I just try to mix it myself if it gets stuck? What's the issue with that?
You can't take the lid off. Oh, it's still.
Good.
You're
Okay.
sticking hard
That's one.
objects in it.
Sticking objects, that's 2. Good. Could have damaged the blades. Exactly. So you gotta be careful when it's on, when you insert or take out things. Now, little quiz time. What is the benefit? Do you know the benefit of using the pulse correctly? Go for it.
I was gonna say to make sure like if anything that you put in there like soft enough for it to actually cut.
Exactly. Group 3, you can go ahead and step on over here. Good.
Yeah.
Aviana, you wanna come
You're gonna press the power,
press the power right?
and then you're gonna start from low all the way down.
Go ahead. Okay, good. Now, once again, what's the purpose of that? Why do we even have to press the button before just going straight in?
We have to test the
Test if it works properly. Exactly. All right, Issa, you mind coming up here? Test. Lid test. You know how to take it off. The lid. You're good. Hey, no worries, no worries. All right, lid. Now put it back on. Now show me how you would end the procedure. All right, Landon, tag team in. Powering it off first. Good. And don't pull it. All right, good job. Good job, group 3. All right, group 4, come on up here. You're the last group. Send it off strong. At the end, I'm going to do something to test your knowledge. So if you have any questions, you want to ask now. Do you have any questions? You're good. All right, so first, go ahead and put on the oh, plug it in. Good job. All right, power. Okay, good job. Thank you, Nassim. Come up, Simon. Good job, man. All right, again, what was that called? What he just did there? Why would you just press buttons? Like, what's the point of that?
It makes sense.
Testing. Good. All right, did anyone spot mistakes in group 4? Perfect group? Okay, perfect group it is. Objection?
Objection.
Okay.
Another objection.
Forgot to test the pulse.
Yeah, I
That's a
put
lie.
that too.
I was there.
I actually did not see a pulse.
I
Oh,
put that
another
too.
one, another one. Okay, getting some drama. Group 2 says it's a mistake. What do we see
I
here?
put the same thing as him.
Didn't do the testing pulse.
Sir.
You gotta test every function. Sorry, group 4. Close. Final standings. Group 2 wins by 1 point. You go ahead and sit down. One last thing is I want you to write 2 to 3 things which you learned from this. It can be anything. You can learn do's, don'ts, whatever you learn. Just write 2 to 3 things on each whiteboard. Combine check. Michael, can I check out yours?
Yeah, I learned,
You learned
I learned how to use a blender.
how to use a blender. Good.
Low, medium, high. you
Low,
know.
medium, high.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check the pulse
Check the pulse. Good job.
and don't touch the blender with one hand.
Don't touch button hand. Good job, Michael.
So
Here.
I'm done.
All right. Great.
So don't pull the cord, don't plug it with the hands, and check the pulse, and then like click on the lid.
All right, good job. Test the blender before using it. All of y'all guys did that correctly. Don't put big things to make sure it's able to cut, and don't have wet hands while touching the blender. Thank you. I appreciate everyone coming up here volunteering, and good job learning the blender. I hope all you guys know how to safely use it in your own personal lives now.